Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 10 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. The TGIF, folks. Let's make it a great one. All things are possible to him who believes. It's a beautiful thing. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We had the Dow Industrials up 267, Nasdaq up 58, S&P's up 25, gold contract up $5.20, traded at $1,187 an ounce. Silver up 17 cents at $16.47 an ounce. Platinum up 10 at $1,141 an ounce. Copper flat. We get the light sweet crude up 45 cents, trading at $59.39 a barrel. Bonds, the 10-year up 16 ticks, 127.29. 30-year up 11 ticks, trading out at 156.10. And King Dollar up 136 ticks at 94.88. The Euro's down 61 at 112, and the yen is flat at 119.73. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world? In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. What do you have? You're at a high. Bottom line, you don't have the juice behind the move, but guess what? You're at that high. The volume wasn't that bad. We did 141 million versus 160. That's on your daily. On your weekly, what you have, folks, you got a nice little hanging man here. So what happens with a hanging man? You know, we'll see how this shakes out, but you have a hanging man that's going into, and this is a long one too. So the way that council charting or candlestick charting works, same word, is this. The longer that the actual signal is, the more powerful it is. So we'll see how this shakes out. This is a long one. It's 06 to 12. Totally. You heard that sigh. No doubt. Let's go into the NDX 100. We take a look at the NDX 100, the 3Qs. Now, the 3Qs only did 32 million. 32 million, you know, is going into 44. So the 3Qs are much weaker than the S&P. We go into the small caps, and the small caps are what they absolutely took apart, and the small caps are weaker than the NDX 100. That looks like a monster ABC structure on the way down. You know, if we take a look at this, and what you will see is this. So the IWM went from 126 on the 27th of April, goes down to 120. You bounced today to 122.64. We did that with 24 million shares versus 74 million. And this is what's really wild, folks. It couldn't even get into the gap.
It was incredibly weak. And when you look at the intraday volume, yeah, you got into about 11:30, and the volume stopped till probably 2:30, 2:45. I mean, there was like, even the S&Ps, the volume crawled for maybe 2-3 hours.
No, there's no doubt. Well, and what you do have, folks, is this, is that the underlying market, you know, I'm not going to go over the ones that are up versus the ones that were down. I did that the past hour. But the bottom line is that I'll show them to you just quickly. Well, here, we can go over a few of them. But this has been happening every single day. The percentage moves are still on the way down in a credible way. You had Auto Canada that was up $6.99 or 20%, but you didn't, you know, the rest of them 2-3%. On the way down, man, I mean, forget it. You're down 28%, you're down 10%, you're down 8%, you're down 7%, you're down 15%. I mean, they're taking these stocks apart.
If you want to pop one up real quick,
sure.
MELI.
Oh, is that the kitchen place?
No.
Oh. Oh yeah, no, that's right. This is the
Mercado Libre.
Yeah, this
has been. If you go back a little bit further.
Yeah, no, I'll put this on a daily. On a weekly. Let's see.
No, daily's fine, but just a little bit farther back, you'll see that it came back in. You had earnings. They break over the previous highs, and they come right back in. And so the ones that you were telling me that go up 6%,
right?
A lot more of these, because I'm going through these earnings every night at 4 o'clock.
Yes.
And you see this pattern, which is it breaks. A lot of times it has more volume, and they pop right back into the trading range, even though they do have those higher breakouts, maybe after earnings and everything else. So those 6% end up in a day or two, a lot of them are coming right back into the trading range once they're up.
Right.
Then you're telling me the other ones like Monster Energy, or the ones that I'm thinking of more likely, you talked about, but we'll talk about this as soon as you get done, on Monster, where you get this huge reversal back in there. But the one I'm looking at and see the pattern more is on WFM.
Oh.
Because
I had that one too.
Well,
not right here, but yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But the reason I say that is you have that huge sign of strength that goes back, what, there in October?
Yeah.
Right? And you come off the bottom on it, but you basically blow through right back into it today with that kind of volume again. So it is one of those patterns that, you know, you would say, I'm waiting, I'm dying for this thing to get back to 42 bucks on light volume so I can buy it.
Right.
And it doesn't. They're coming back and they're just smoking even the sign of strengths they had up. Not weak ones, but even strong ones. And so you need to be watching out for those particular stocks, because that one certainly looks like, what, 37, 38? Back into that congestion zone.
This is a classic. So watch this, folks, okay? This is on a weekly. So this came off the high. The reason this got in my radar, came off the high with volume. So when they come off the high with volume, you know, it's a big, you don't know how far they're going to correct, but you know they're pretty nasty. So this came down on the weekly basis. You know, we came down with 33 million shares, and then what does it do? Because up and test that with 12 million shares. It was like, you were going to be kidding me. And the setup was there, correct, you know, meaning the money management was there. But bottom line is that, yeah, big action. So let's go take a look at, gold. Let's go take a look at the gold market first. Next, rather. Gold out here, what we have is that the contract itself didn't trade great out here today. You know, I really liked what it did yesterday. Okay, it backed down, had lighter volume. Today we had a sideways move, 133,000 contracts, which is good. What I do like is that how the GLD traded today. The GLD, and this is where it gets subtle, folks. The GLD was pushing higher, and big volume came in. Okay, so we did 8.9 million. Yesterday, when you back down, we did 4.2, I think. 5.4. 5.4 was going into 9, and today you did 8, and it didn't have any movement. So what happens is this. So check this out, folks. This is really deviant. When you are pushing, and you're pushing higher or lower, this doesn't matter which way this goes, and you don't get the price spread, and you get the volume expansion in it, what I've found, that's the way that thing wants to go. And I remember, you know, if I can go back 20 years ago, you know, people think, well, that's distribution. That's not distribution, man. That is accumulation, and someone's accumulating, and you don't know whether they're trying to hold it down, accumulating it at the same time. And what you do there is that as you're buying it, you'll be selling it. You know, for big funds, that's easy to do. And or just someone else wants to hold it down for a certain point to keep accumulating more. So we'll see where that shakes out. We go to the silver market. We take a look at silver. What we have with silver out here is this. Silver's trading out at $16.45. Bring this back to daily. There we go. Now, silver, and this is where silver's highly volatile in a huge way, not in a small way. But I like how silver is set up. What silver has done is that you get the expansion. It rejected a lower price once again, as did gold. But what you have with silver is that she's closer to the top of her first swing point, which is the $16.72.
So you're saying silver is stronger than gold?
Right now, yeah. It's not that it's stronger than, yeah, I'd say it's stronger than gold. And what happens with silver, though, is this, is that it seems like silver can get stronger, and then gold's the one that moves, and then silver doesn't move. But silver gives you good clues as to what gold wants to do.
I always looked at silver could move quicker, faster, like a sprinter. But on longer moves, it was gold that always had the much bigger moves over the marathon, right?
That is the deal. Because if gold moves 2%, silver will move 4%.
Right.
If gold's down 2%, silver will be down 4%.
But the first day you may have silver move 2.5 and gold 1.
Exactly.
And that goes for 3, 4, 5 days. But then you start seeing 2 on gold and 1 on silver.
Which is so cool. Which is absolutely so cool. That's right. Because as soon as it gets to a certain point, it backs down quite a bit.
Probably because it's more of a real commodity? And
yeah, because there's so much silver.
Money.
There's so much silver. What happens with silver, folks, is that silver is a byproduct of just about everything that's mined out there. You know what I mean? That's the reality. Dave White, Tom O'Brien, you stay right there, folks. We'll come right back. Dow finished up 267, NASDAQ up 58, S&Ps are up 24. We're going to be right back.